everybody. My name is Tiffany Allen, and I'm here to talk about lead and the methods to prevent lead exposure and lead poisoning in communities. And the reason is because I went to the Life Without Lead Summit on October 26th because we are highlighting Lead Prevention Week, which is October 22nd to October 29th. So I just want to start off by talking about lead and its effects on society and as an environmental justice issue. So, as you know, lead is an environmental toxin that is geographically clustered, which means that Black children are 3 times more likely to have high elevated blood lead levels than white children. And Black children, followed by Hispanic children and children living in low-income areas, are more likely to have higher blood lead levels due to the fact that they are living in homes that have and contain lead paint, lead pipes, lead faucets, and lead plumbing fixtures. The World Health Organization reports in 2021 that lead exposure caused nearly half of 2 million deaths from known chemicals in 2019, according to 21.7 million years of disability and deaths worldwide. Lead exposure in young children leads to learning disabilities, ADHD, and impulse control issues, which in turn causes adult criminal behavior. There is no level of exposure to lead that is without harmful effects. So here I have an infographic of the toxic effects of lead and how it negatively affects the body. So when people have lead in their system, they run the risk of having miscarriages, impaired brain development, learning problems, behavioral problems, developing cardiovascular diseases and cancers, reduced fertility, kidney functioning problems, and dementia in adults, which can be irreversible. So now I'll be talking about lead and how it relates to the lead and copper rule. So the EPA established the lead and copper rule in 1991 as it's supposed to help with lead and copper that enters drinking water systems through plumbing materials. And this exposure to lead and copper may cause health problems ranging from stomach distress to brain damage. And how this works is it requires monitoring drinking water systems of consumer taps that have lead levels exceeding 15 parts per billion or 1.3 parts per million. And if the lead levels in people's waters exceeds 10%, then public health needs to be notified, as that is what they call their exceeding lead action levels. And as you can see, here are other exceeding actions if people's sampled water exceeds 10%, which is their actionable lead level. So you can either get your lead service line replaced, get public education, or you can get corrosion control treatment. So here I just wanted to show you this infographic of sources of lead in drinking water. So lead can enter drinking water due to corroded plumbing materials, particularly in high acidity or low content water. Common sources include lead pipes, faucets, and fixtures. And among homes without lead service lines, common issues include brass or chrome-plated faucets and lead solder plumbing. So something to note by the EPA is that lead service lines are the greatest contributor to lead in drinking water. And as many as 12 million lead service lines serve up to 22 million people. That is not okay. So with the information of how lead negatively affects people, I wanted to also give you some resources. So one of the resources I wanted to highlight is the Local Lead Action Plan, LLAP guide. So the Local Lead Action Plan, or the LLAP guide, is a tool for local officials to identify and address lead problems in their area. It helps them to create a sustainable, targeted action plan for using the LLAP template. The guide promotes awareness of lead issues, helps define goals, and create creates an action plan that addresses specific local needs. It is not a solution, but a voluntary tool to an organizing approach to lead issues. So here I wanted to highlight the instructions on how to use the local lead action plan, or the LLAP guide, with this infographic. And the last resource I wanted to highlight is an action step that you can take to talk to your Congress people about this legislation for the bill. Here, House Bill 825 talks about exposure to lead in children and how they are exposed through house paint and lead piping. And these are in low-income and minority communities, and children are getting developmental issues as a result. And they should be screened for the exposure of lead. I, the owner of the Neighbors Group, are providing this information because we need to be talking about lead and the dangers of lead, not only during Lead Prevention Week, which is October 22nd to the 29th, but we need to be talking about it at other times because lead is dangerous. We need to be raising awareness, testing our children and our homes and different places in our homes and drinking waters, and to spread education. And that is why I want to thank Women for a Healthy Environment for allowing me to attend their Life Without Lead Summit, because together we can help to prevent lead from entering our communities, and I want to ensure that Pittsburgh is lead-free. Thank you.